we have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order.
This new world order, this new world of code.
At this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
I met Rockefeller through a female attorney I knew, the people. And so they want a one world government controlled by them, everybody being chipped, all your money in those chips.
The beast has risen. I will tell you why I believe it is the mark of the beast. Jesus Christ warned about the end times, and based on everything he said, we are in that time. And that time is when the mark of the beast would be implemented. And in that time, all the nations will be deceived by pharmakia. So we should at least know that based on the revelation of John, the mark will be related to the pharmacy. The word mark in Jesus' language is Greek. It is ragma. That is the word he used, and according to the concordance, the word means etching. If you Google image etching tools, there is a list, and number one etching tool is a needle. So whatever the mark of the beast is, it will be given through a needle from the pharmacy. Other etching tools include stamps, but the word ragma is very specific that it will be a sharp point. This is not going to be with a microchip. It is actually a nanochip, and it is unbelievably tiny. Bill Gates is a huge proponent in this, and his company applied for an injection patent based on the photos while he was working one-on-one with Moderna and Covax companies to develop the vaccines, which include private, legally protected, proprietary ingredients, and they have no obligation to tell anybody, not even the news, what is in them. And the patent was given authority for international use just as they were being rolled out to the public. On the patents related documents section, the first related document shows a photo of a man with a mark in the right hand and the forehead. There are other right hand forehead symbolisms related to the Internet of Things because this vaccine is hooked up to that. And according to the United Nations and World Economic Forum, it is the merging of our digital and biological entities. Bill Gates' patent is called the cryptocurrency system based on body activity data, and you may have heard of it as the 666 patent, because this patent number is 060606. So there alone shows buying and selling, mark in the right hand and forehead, the number of the beast, and most importantly, he causeth all. I'm very sorry to say this, but this truly is the mark. It is not in the future, it's here, and it's been a long time coming. Jesus' return is nearer than any of us would have imagined. I personally know that this is the mark because Jesus warned me about the changing of DNA in 2016 when I was saved, after reading the testimony of Nonculisa Negleka, who worked closely with Lucifer in astral projection. And Jesus intervened and saved her. She said that they were working on the mark and that it was coming very soon. She wrote this in 2015. She said that they had completed all of their plans and said Jesus could return at any time, but the last thing they needed to do was prepare and implement the mark of the beast. She said that when you receive 666, your blood will be full of satanic codes. I was studying biology at that time, and especially mRNA, so when I heard that statement, Jesus really did show me the genetic code changing and warned me this was going to happen soon and not to partake in it. I wrote it down in 2016 and I warned everybody about the coming change of forced nanotechnology and changing DNA, but nobody believed me. These images are from September 2016 that I kept because I knew that this day was coming. He showed me everybody was going to be forced to change their genetic code very soon and that it would be satanic. Only 3 years later, this is happening. The codes are posted on the WHO website and they are no longer ACGU as nature intended, but they are a Greek symbol, psi, which is represented with a pitchfork, and it means soul in English. please hear me. The time is not for any of us to deny that this is the mark of the beast, because all of the warnings have been very clear up until this point. But unfortunately, many of us do not read the Bible in the original Greek. It is extremely clear that the time is now when you read it like this. This vaccine is unbelievably evil. It is the merging of our digital and biological entities. The final plan has always been to get everybody marked, and this is it. Those who take it will be eternally hooked up to the internet through the Internet of Things. This is a presentation given at the Institute of Technology in Georgia outlining their plans for 2017 to 2022, and it will explain every conspiracy theory that you are hearing about the vaccines right now. In April 2021, a scientific article was made confirming that the vaccines do in fact connect to the Internet of Things. Pfizer and Moderna are both cited throughout the article as vaccines that already utilize these technologies. Bill Gates' 666 patent is extremely important in understanding his involvement and how they use energy harvesting to power the electronic capabilities of the vaccines. It runs on body heat and brain waves. It will mine cryptocurrencies and facilitate the cashless society and beast economic system that is prophesied. They are using COVID to complete all of their plans. It will lead to world government, and this IoT technology in the vaccines is going to stop all pandemics forever through continuous monitoring of the lungs, and it will stop climate change. When everything is digitalized, it will create less waste. Of course, this is all a lie to get people to accept the mark of the beast. Here you will see more right hand and forehead symbology. Please note that the third cell in this photo is made of digital components. This is what the mark of the beast technology does to your insides. The World Economic Forum and Lucis Trust, which governs the United Nations, was founded originally at Lucifer Publishing Company, and they have both come out publicly and said that this is the early phase of the Fourth Industrial Revolution.
The Fourth Industrial Revolution will impact our lives completely. It will not only change how we communicate, how we produce, how we consume. It will change actually us, our own identity, and of course gives life to such policies and developments like smart traffic, smart government, smart cities. What we will see is that everything will be integrated into an ecosystem driven by big data and driven particularly by close cooperation also of governments with business, civil society. And this revolution will come at a breathtaking speed. It will be like a tsunami.
Like a tsunami.
Everything will be digitalized, which can be digitalized.
We're now in the early stages of the fourth industrial revolution, which is bringing together digital, physical, and biological systems.
It's at the end, what the fourth industrial revolution will lead to is a fusion of our physical, our digital, and our biological identities.
One of the features of this fourth industrial revolution is that it doesn't change what we are doing, but it changes us. Everything will be digitalized, which can be digitalized.
The very idea of human being some sort of natural concept is really going to change.
Our bodies will be so high-tech, we won't be able to really distinguish between what's natural and what's artificial.
Where we ourselves will be digitalized and that our bodies will be so high-tech that we won't be able to decipher what's biological and what's digital anymore. DARPA plays a huge role in funding and distributing these vaccines as well.
With regard to a pandemic, again, in true Hegelian style, Hegelian dialectic is where you cause a problem which causes a reaction that you just so happen to have the solution for already ready to go.
an epidemic, either naturally caused or intentionally caused.
You say this cannot be the mark because the Antichrist hasn't risen yet, but we do not know that. The devil possesses people every day. The book of Revelation is a book that may not be in chronological order. It is a vision with many elements, and in my opinion, they are all happening at the same time. The truth is clear that the mark will be given with a sharp point. This is the most wicked and evil technology that has ever been created and ever will be. This is the final frontier. This truly is slave technology that destroys your body and your soul. Under no circumstance should anybody inject a COVID-19 vaccine.